Okay, if you feel like your English progress has slowed down and you want to fix it, in this video we're going to go over the 5-step process that you can follow to finally break through the intermediate plateau and reach an advanced level. But where exactly is this scary intermediate plateau? At the beginning of your learning journey, you make progress pretty fast because everything is new, you're so happy, you're inspired, like, wow, I learned English, it's so cool. But once you reach a certain point, somewhere around like B1, your progress slows down and you get stuck without having any idea of what is going on and when you're going to reach fluency. That's the level when you can already order food at restaurants, have basic conversations, and understand most of what you watch online, but it seems like no matter how much you study, your English is just not improving. If this sounds familiar to you, don't worry, because you're not alone. According to Google, over 70% of all English learners get stuck around B1 level. And guys, I know exactly how this feels because I was also stuck at this stage for around 4 months, and truth be told, I would have continued being stuck if I hadn't drastically changed my approaches to learning. Yeah, the biggest mistake people make is trying to reach an advanced level using the same methods that got you to intermediate, because different English levels require different ways of learning. So now let's talk about these 5 key approaches that make the biggest difference between advanced learners and beginners. The first approach is to learn slang and humor. At the beginner level, your goal is simply to communicate, but once you reach the intermediate level, the goal changes. Now you want to sound natural. And to speak truly fluently, it's not enough just to know grammar and C1 vocabulary, because real conversations are usually full of slang, jokes, cultural references that you need to understand and use in order to just feel good, feel relaxed during talking to other people. That is why it's really cool if you can casually throw in some slang just like native speakers do, because it shows that you have actually gone far beyond of just memorizing typical phrases in English. You have actually immersed yourself in the culture of the language. So the thing I did in order to pick up more slang was learning through social media like YouTube and Instagram. But I wasn't watching just videos made for English learners anymore. Instead, I was watching YouTube videos, Instagram Reels, TikToks made by native speakers for native speakers. And to be honest, to catch more new slang, all you need to do is just to stay on your For You page and consume content you love. It doesn't always have to be something productive, educational content. No, because even the most ridiculous, entertaining videos I watched work much better for me in terms of learning casual English. For example, I love watching American streamers and different pranks, entertaining crazy stuff. And even if it's the complete opposite of educational content, it still taught me a lot of new phrases and slang, because in these entertaining videos, people usually interact with each other using simple real-life English. It's not scripted to sound perfect, and that's exactly what we need. We can see real arguments, fighting, jokes between people, and we can learn it. Yeah, at first, as English learners, we need simply to understand slang. And then when you become more confident, you will naturally start using slang words that fit your personality. The approach number 2 is to write and speak without thinking about grammar. One of the biggest changes I noticed as my English improved is that I gradually stopped thinking about grammar. Like, instead of wondering whether the sentence was grammatically correct, I was just focusing on expressing my ideas. Grammar stopped feeling like a list of strict rules I had to remember, and it's feeling like more intuition now. I would just say what sounded right. And honestly, I feel like this is one of the biggest problems that holds intermediate learners back, is that they focus so much on grammar, on this perfection, that they become afraid to speak at all, afraid to make a mistake. And instead of enjoying the conversation, you're constantly checking your grammar in your head, and it's freaking frustrating. So with the first exercise that helped me a lot was talking to the camera. I would simply choose a random topic without preparing before, press the record button on my phone, and speak for around 10 maybe 15 minutes without stopping. Even if I realized I made the grammar mistake or chose the wrong word to say halfway through the sentence, I wouldn't restart it. I would just keep talking. Only after I finished recording, I can watch my video back and analyze my mistakes. That way, I wasn't interrupting my thoughts every few seconds. So, in the first, I practiced speaking flow, and then I worked on my grammar and vocabulary. How would I improve it the next time I speak? And the second habit that helped me was journaling in English. Every evening, I would spend 10-15 minutes writing about my day, plans, or just sharing my thoughts. And again, I wasn't trying to write perfect English. The goal was simply to let my thoughts flow naturally. And this is especially important if you learned English at school, because many of us were taught to avoid making mistakes, and we end up putting more energy into grammar perfection than into communication. But in real life, this is not how conversations work, because even native speakers sometimes make grammar mistakes, but they always just keep talking without even realizing it. The approach number three is to prioritize speaking to other people. At the end of the day, the whole reason why we learn in English is to communicate to other people. So once you reached an intermediate level, speaking shouldn't be you do only once in a while. It should become one of the main forms of practice for you. Of course, now we have many AI tools to practice speaking, and it's great, but I still believe that there is nothing better than real talk between two human beings. Speaking with the real people improves your fluency much faster, because every conversation is unpredictable with emotions and different English accents. There is something AI can fully replicate yet. That is why engaging with native speakers and other learners build essential conversational skills. So one thing that helped me to get this kind of speaking practice was getting speaking tutor from California. I paid him a little money, but to be honest, it wasn't expensive at all in comparison with how much value I got from those conversations. But I'm not gonna lie, I was very nervous before every speaking session. And after speaking, I got a headache because I was nervous to make mistakes of speaking to real native. Every lesson I push myself outside my comfort zone. And if you're not ready to feel uncomfortable yet, you will probably stay at the same level. Yeah, because truth be told, making progress requires feeling a little uncomfortable. It's good for you, but don't worry too much. Like after a few weeks, my fear was slowly disappearing. So you're going to become more and more confident with every new conversation. And if you don't want to pay for a tutor, that's also totally okay. Like you can find English learners just like you are and practice speaking with them, or you can find exchange partner. And the good news is that I created a group chat for English learners on Telegram. So if you want to find a speaking partner now or just make more international friends, you can join this group chat and say hi there. The next approach is to learn to understand different English accents. It's no secret that English is spoken all around the world, and everyone speaks a little differently. So sooner or later, you're going to hear not only native accents like American or British English, but also a lot of different non-native accents like mine, Russian, as well as Brazilian, Indonesian, Indian accent. Being able to understand all of these different accents is super important, because you're going to interact with people from all over the world, whether it's at college or traveling or just watching videos on YouTube. One thing that helped me to get used to different English was watching different content creators on YouTube. Yeah, I love watching American YouTube so much, but I didn't watch only American YouTubers. For example, one creator I really enjoyed was Ruben Schmitz. He's from Netherlands, and I love his videos about traveling around the world. There was so much fun. So while I'm enjoying the content, I'm also training my ability to understand people from like Europe, Australia, and many other places. And it's really cool that it doesn't feel like studying, but you still improve your listening skills. Because in real life, nobody is going to change change their accent for you. So the more accents you understand, the more comfortable you're gonna feel. And finally, the approach number 5 is to learn new vocabulary by English definitions. When you're a beginner, learning new words through translations into your native language works very well. But when I reached the B1 level and I wanted to go higher, like B2, C1 levels, I realized that I can actually practice thinking in English even while learning new vocabulary. And I stopped learning through translations. Instead, I was learning through definitions. So I'm no longer creating flashcards like English words and Russian words. No, now I'm trying to do it like English words and English explanation what the word means. It helps you think directly in English without constantly going back to your native language because you literally start feeling English now. Another benefit is that you practice explaining complicated English words using simple words. So the next time you're talking to someone and you accidentally can't remember the word you want to say, you will not panic, you will just explain it in a simple words. For example, if you forgot the words dental floss, you can just say a thread you use for cleaning between your teeth. Okay, and with that, I'll see you in the next video. If you liked this one, please don't forget to smash the like button, smash the subscribe button, and don't forget that I have a group chat for English learners on Telegram. Yeah, you can join that chat. Yeah, guys, thank you so much. Thank you. Love you all. Have a good day.